Imagine for a moment that every challenge you face, every fear, every doubt, isn't just an obstacle to overcome, but a roadmap guiding you towards your true purpose. Consider this. What if the key to understanding who you are and what you're meant to do lies within the very aspects of yourself you've avoided, suppressed, or denied? Today, we'll explore one of the most profound and transformative concepts in psychology and philosophy, Carl Jung's theory of the shadow. This isn't just abstract theory. It's a journey into the depths of self-awareness, revealing truths that can fundamentally reshape your life. By the end of this exploration, you won't just understand your shadow, you'll see how it holds the key to unlocking your potential, your purpose, and your personal freedom. The final revelation we uncover may be the most powerful and life-altering insight of all. Carl Jung, a pioneer in depth psychology, described the shadow as the unconscious part of ourselves that we reject or disown. It holds the traits, desires, and impulses we deem unacceptable or shameful. Yet paradoxically, this very shadow contains the seeds of our greatest strengths and the blueprint for a truly fulfilling life. Think about it. How often do we avoid certain thoughts or behaviors because they make us uncomfortable? How often do we judge others for traits we secretly recognize in ourselves? If you've ever had a strong reaction to someone's actions, there's a good chance they've triggered an aspect of your own shadow. Jung famously wrote, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." The shadow isn't just about darkness, it's about potential. It represents the energy we suppress because we're too afraid or ashamed to face it. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are there aspects of yourself you try to hide from others? Or even from yourself? Maybe it's a fear of failure, deeply rooted anger, or persistent envy. Perhaps it's a passion or desire you've dismissed as unrealistic or inappropriate. But what if these so-called flaws weren't obstacles to erase, but rather messages waiting to be understood? Jung believed that by acknowledging and confronting our shadow, we could integrate it into conscious awareness, a process he called individuation, the path to becoming whole. This isn't easy. It demands courage, honesty, and a willingness to step into the unknown. But the rewards, they're immeasurable. Jung described individuation as the process of truly discovering yourself, not just the persona you show to the world, but the complete, authentic version of you, embracing both light and shadow. Throughout mythology, every hero faces their own darkness before reaching transformation. Think of Hercules, who didn't just battle external monsters, but had to confront his own rage and flaws. Or Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, who had to face the darkness within himself before becoming a Jedi. These stories reflect our own psychological journeys. The question is, are you ready to take the first step? Are you willing to look at the parts of yourself you've been running from and ask, what are you trying to teach me? Jung's philosophy teaches us that our shadow isn't an enemy, it's a guide. It speaks through our dreams, our fears, and even our relationships. Have you ever had a recurring dream? Or felt an inexplicable attraction or aversion toward a certain idea or person? These could be your shadow's way of reaching out. The process of shadow work begins with awareness. Pay attention to emotions and reactions that feel particularly intense or disproportionate. These are often clues pointing to hidden aspects of yourself. Once you recognize them, the next step is acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean indulging every impulse. It means acknowledging these aspects without judgment and understanding their role in your life. Imagine the freedom that comes with no longer fearing your flaws, but instead seeing them as stepping stones for growth. As we move forward, We'll dive deeper into how you can identify and integrate your shadow. We'll uncover practical steps to transform what feels like darkness into light, and explore how this transformation can lead to discovering your life's purpose. And remember, the most profound insight is yet to come. Stay with us, because by the end of this journey, you won't just understand your shadow, you'll know how to use it as a guide toward your highest potential.